An Alaska Marital Settlement Agreement is a document used to outline the distribution of a couple's property, alimony, and child support responsibilities and custody arrangements. The settlement must be signed by each spouse to consent to the terms set by the agreement. In this video, we'll discuss the importance of Alaska Marital Settlement Agreement, some legal requirements, and where to get an official template. First, let's begin by looking at the importance of an Alaska Marital Settlement Agreement. The Marital Settlement Agreement outlines basic terms of the divorce agreement, such as which spouse gets certain property that's jointly owned. The agreement is essential when dividing up assets, alimony, and other support before filing it with the court. In many cases, a mutually agreed upon settlement can be presented to a judge for approval without a formal trial. Besides a marital settlement agreement's practical function, it's also important since it includes a calculation of the amount of spousal and child support, records all the details surrounding the divorce, can avoid a formal trial in superior court, allows the couple to divide their joint assets including real and personal property, documents the mutual agreement in writing with all parties' signatures, is often required by the court when filing for divorce, can be kept if approved as evidence in case any legal disputes arise, and specifies any custody arrangement, whether joint or sole custody. It's in the mutual interest of each spouse and their legal counsel to reach an agreement by using this document, provided all parties see eye to eye on the terms. That way, the divorce can be quicker and more affordable, as opposed to undergoing a formal trial. Now, let's briefly overview some of the legal requirements in Alaska. While courts in Alaska may accept community distribution when agreed upon by both spouses, it's one of the 41 states that have enacted equitable distribution laws. Equitable distribution is the fair separation of assets, which also tends not to be an equal distribution. This dispersion will be left to the discretion of a judge if the spouses are unable to reach a settlement or face a heavily contested divorce. When applying equitable distribution, the courts take into account the duration of the marriage, what each spouse paid for, employability of each spouse, assets and debts of each spouse or combined, and sources of income and amounts. Finally, keep in mind that a marital settlement agreement can be used in Alaska to avoid distribution by the courts. If both spouses agree on most terms, they can file an uncontested divorce or dissolution of marriage. A dissolution of marriage involves both spouses filing a joint petition requesting a termination of marriage, whereas an uncontested divorce typically involves one spouse filing for divorce, conducted with one spouse as the defendant and the other as the plaintiff. Both options are ways to move through a divorce without time and expense of contested divorce proceedings. Once the agreement is created, one or both spouses can file it with the superior court to begin the formal dissolution of marriage or uncontested divorce process. This process tends to take about 30 to 60 days to finalize. We're eForms, the biggest database of legal documents. To obtain an official Alaska Marital Settlement Agreement template that can be used to file for divorce in your nearest superior court, simply click on the link below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily videos.